But the bedrock on which markets are going up is this insatiable appetite for equities, whether it is retail, HNI, or even global investors. But in your recent strategy note, which is 13th of September 2024, the observation what you are making and what you essentially are making a case is that unsustainable demand flows a challenge, which means are you making a case that the kind of liquidity which is coming from domestic investors and domestic participants into Indian stocks will not sustain?
See, if you look at just the macro numbers in this current calendar year 2024 for 8 months for which we have the data for, the average domestic inflows into equity markets been at $7.5 billion a month. The good part is a dominant part of that is coming in by way of mutual fund flows, but still the absolute number of $7.5 billion is huge. If you were to annualize that, we're looking at $90 billion per year kind of an inflows. And that accounts for about 25% of gross financial savings, about 35% of net financial savings. Now, these kind of percentages, 25 or 35%, is something that we see in developed world. So clearly, to that extent, I believe that the flows that we're seeing are at an unsustainably high level. And there is a good possibility that we trend down towards a more sustainable number, say around $4 to $5 billion. So yes, I am making a point here that the domestic flows at the current pace appear unsustainably high.
If your thesis turns out to be a reality, then what happens to the market demand-supply dynamics? Because one side IPOs are simply going higher and higher, and if flows are unlikely to sustain, could we then be in for a demand-supply mismatch? It could be technical in nature, but are we headed there?
See, the technical, nature or the short-term nature, while that can unfold, but at the same time, we also have to keep in mind the foreign investor positioning on India, which is at the lightest level that we've seen in the last 10 years or last 15 years or so. And that's also because the neutral weight of India has gone up quite a lot. And several of the foreign investors have not been able to keep pace with the new stock, the new sectors being added. And they are looking at opportunities to buy the market on any potential dip. And that's clearly the feedback that we get from interacting with a whole bunch of investors here at our conference. So my sense is that while there could be some toning down of domestic flows over the next few months, but any big market correction still looks unlikely to me because there is a large pool of foreign money also waiting at the sidelines.